Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator, actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, your wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Oh my. Mabaru-kun, Fure-san, and Hojo-san. Is something the matter? She appeared to be in the middle of a moment of supreme bliss, her mouth full of her beloved curry, and we were to pick a fight with her. What a crime this punishment game would be. However, is what we had to do, for that was the rule of our club. The three of us held each other's shoulders tightly once more. Alright, let's do this. Ready? What do you mean, ready? Keiichi-san, you're going to stay quiet. Reek and I will handle everything. Entrust your life to me for now. Go for it. Yay! What are you all doing? We then picked up her curry, slammed it to the ground, and said, "How dare you eat this filth?" And then we said really bad things about her curry. We could see 2 or 3 question marks popping above the teacher's head. Alright, Satoko. This is the only time I'll trust you with my life, because I'll be shutting my eyes tightly and only thinking about what we'll be having for dinner. I'm leaving it to you. Satoko inhaled deeply, and so... Hey, you over there. You curry... What? You curry bitch whore, cunt! We didn't even have time to talk more shit. I'm sure we could have thought of... We're just all dead. Okay, guys, that's the end of the Let's Play. All the main characters are dead now. So there is no more video game. It's over. In the end, my selfish request was readily granted. As Satoko muttered complaints under her breath quite merrily, she came with me to the store. Rika-chan didn't come with us. She said she had a thing she wanted to do or something. I believed her when she told me, but when I really thought about it, I started to think maybe she was being considerate towards Satoko in her own way. Without Rika-chan here, Satoko was prouder and more loquacious than ever. Do you understand? Supermarkets will put things on sale when it gets near closing time. For example, you can't have a stir-fry without some pork, and if we wait a little longer, it'll be marked half off. They can't sell meat or fish once it's not fresh anymore, so they'll make it all cheaper in a last-ditch effort to not have anything left over. Of course, every veteran housewife is familiar with this concept, and when we get close to happy hour like we are now. And I wasn't really listening to her, but she was telling me all this quite proudly. Every time I seemed surprised at something, or made an affirmative grunt in place of conversation, Satoko would say, "You don't know anything, do you, Keiichi-san?" and smile very happily, in spite of her complaints. She led me by the hand to all sorts of stalls, one after the other. She was in such a supreme mood that just being with her cheered me up. Merely being pulled into Satoko's pace was a lot of fun. Hey, why don't we just go with this economy size pack? Whoa, there's a really good looking one with cheese in it over here. Keiichi-san, you have no financial sense. Look at this. It's over our budget. We don't have enough money. Satoko pushed a handful of receipts in my face. Piff. Why can't Satoko do these kinds of mental calculations when she's at school? Drat. Should we buy a load of the normal ones, or buy fewer of the better stuff with cheese in it? This is quite troubling. Calm down. For boys at your age, it's wiser to choose quantity over quality. Grr, Satoko, you're being too strict. A man's heart desires both quality and quantity. Why can't you understand that? No matter the size of a man's heart, his wallet won't be any bigger. I swear. Hey, stop clinging to the glass so stubbornly. After enjoying ourselves in such an exchange, we started to hear energetic voices coming from by the butcher we visited earlier. I could see a handful of housewives flooding the place. Oh no! If we don't hurry, all the half-off pork will be gone. Ow, ow, ow! Don't pull me! Don't pull on my neck! Satoko really seemed like she was having fun. She looked like a kid who had grabbed her family's hands while running towards an amusement park attraction. In the end, the bag of pork we obtained was so normal that it almost hurt. But I knew that it would taste absolutely delicious. The cicadas had come out at some point, and the higurashi was singing in chorus. The air was so clear, and it felt so good. Our silhouettes stretching out on the ground made for a really wonderful picture. We had filled our bicycle baskets to the brim with our shopping bags. They only contained ingredients and various other foodstuffs. Even so, every last thing packed in them sort of looked really happy, and made me feel really happy in turn. Going shopping for dinner seems pretty sensible, too. It makes you really enjoy your meals. I can't wait to eat. That's a part of cooking for yourself as well. Dinner starts while you're shopping for it. I'm so excited for this. Vegetable stir-fry isn't even in my mom's cookbook. I never get to eat it unless we go out to Chinese place, so I'm really looking forward to it today. That is indeed a pity. Then today I will present you an especially tasty dish. Normally, right about now, was the time I would start messing with her. But I didn't. Yeah. I bet you'll end up making something really great. I'm really looking forward to it. She stammered for a second. Satoko had been prepared for me to start making fun of her right then, too. And when it didn't come, she was surprised. Or maybe she stammered for some other reason. I don't know. But I immediately knew she wasn't feeling anything bad. Yes. I'll deliver an extraordinarily delectable dish. You'd better look forward to it. As Satoko and I rode back on our bikes, I had a thought. Was I this sort of person? Until now, I would have lashed back at Satoko right away if she did something to me. Yeah, that was the kind of relationship we had. We would poke at each other a little, then kick up a storm on nitpicking at one another. At some point, that had changed. We weren't playing our usual tit-for-tat. I didn't provoke her, so we didn't fight. That went for Satoko, too. Satoko, who I thought I knew, hadn't been like this until now. Our relationship was changing, little by little. That's what it felt like. But it wasn't something I had to worry about. It was like our relationship had become a little bit happier, a little bit more charming. I wonder why we changed like this. Was she lonely and projecting her older brother Satoshi, who hadn't returned home onto me? Rika-chan told me about that yesterday. That was probably exactly it. So, as my actions drew closer to Satoshi's, Satoko was returning to how she'd been when she was living happily with her brother. In other words, this Satoko was the real Satoko. Satoko had been able to see her brother again, and had finally gone back to normal.